Welcome to the Temple of Tomes. This is your host, Indie Comics Jones. Hope you're doing good out there. Still a scorcher in Texas. Today is June 12th, 2020. We've had our 11th of 12 days of over 90 degrees. I know if you live in Phoenix, you're probably saying big deal, but it's a little bit more moist out here, so the humidity makes it very uncomfortable. Today it was kind of semi-arid. That wasn't too bad, even though it did get over 90. Looks like we're going to have a few more days in the 90s, but that's the way it goes here. So with that, I'm going to move forward. I got two reviews today. The first one is James Bond number 4. Just came out this month. It's by Vita Ayala and Danny Lore, and I did not buy it because it was really bad. And I just want to warn you, do not buy this comic. I kind of flipped through it. I'd listened to a review from Comics Matters, and they gave it a poor review as well. James Bond is a background character in this, and if you're used to seeing them take a lot of action and jump around and stuff, it's almost like they took the most boring parts of every James Bond movie and stuck it in this book. It is really bad. And James Bond takes a backseat to these two female characters. They spend a lot of time walking through this art gallery that's holding an auction, and it's supposed to be these very valuable pieces, but it seems like they're more or less looking for a Starbucks than anything else going on, really. There's a chance for the artist to really shine on that too, because it was an auction of high quality paintings that were being forged. They could have had a lot of fun with the paintings. They did not. They made the paintings really boring. They took the easy way out on all of them, abstract art type paintings. But I must say, James Bond was not himself in this. I can't recommend it. Run from this book. Do not buy. Okay, with that, we're going to move on to the next one, which I did buy, and this was over the course of 2 years now. It's called Lucky Man, and it's Stan Lee's Lucky Man. Now, I don't really think Stan Lee had a lot to do with it. I'm almost thinking that might have been when they were taking advantage of him. Towards the end of his life, he was there were some incidents where he was being taken advantage, and they were using his name, I think, in this case. This comic is god-awful. Do not buy. Do not buy. It's supposed to be 4 issues. I can not recommend this enough. I tried to find sales figures on it. I could find nothing. The best part about it is just to see Stan Lee's face up there. Let's get in close so you can see Stan Lee up there. Hi, Stan. It came out just about the time of his passing. The first copy came out in August 2018. And as you can see, let's take a look at this first cover here. As we see, there's a man standing there. He's holding a gun, and he's got 7 bullets coming out of him. He's the lucky man. Now, this does not happen in the book at all. In fact, no bullets are shot at him at all in this first issue. He doesn't have a bloody hand, and he's never drinks a cup of hot cocoa, as far as I can tell, in it as well. So let's take a look at it, because there's some. It's based on this ancient bracelet that's supposed to make you lucky if you get it. There's a lot of errors in here. They could have really used what's the person? There's a person on the movie set that they usually have that makes sure everything's in place so the scenes match. And I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's some like consistency or something like that. I'm drawing a blank of it, and I apologize on that because I had it in my mind. Continuity. Thank you. And so, first of all, it starts out with a suicide, supposedly a suicide. And check this out, okay? As you can see in these pictures, this guy has a full head of hair. See it there? Crashing the car, even there's like a little gray in it. He's got a full head of hair. And note the motorcycle here with the mirror, okay? A couple pages later, there's going to be a picture from the newspaper of this suicide, and you can match up the mirror there, right there, from the other picture. And guess what? He's got no hair on his head. Woohoo! Major gaffe there. But there's a lot more that I get to share with you on this. It's really, really bad. The art for the most part is okay. I mean, there's a big lazy coming up in the second issue that I'll point out too. But basically, it's a cop. His name's Harry Clayton. He's down on his luck. He's supposed to be a detective, and I guess he owes a lot of money to this casino. This woman befriends him, and suddenly he wins a lot of money. Should end all his troubles with the casino owner, who he owes a lot to. But he wakes up in the morning, she's gone, and he's got this bracelet that he can't take off on his wrist. Now, he entrusts his brother Rich to help him out, and the story seems like it's more about Rich than Harry, actually, who's wearing the bracelet. And from what Rich can piece together, this bracelet supposedly has all these powers to make you lucky, but the luck comes at a cost. Something really bad happens. Now, the thing is, these things that are bad seem more coincidental than actually caused by the bracelet. So starts one of the first things is like there's this astronaut that's married to a ballerina, and he has problems up in space, but she dances and wills him to come home safely. But in the meantime, a piece of the spaceship falls off and causes the Chernobyl accident, which I don't know, that seems ridiculous. The whole thing's kind of ridiculous like that. And so we just kind of go through this whole thing with these coincidences. The bracelet was owned by Joseph Kennedy. And if you're familiar with Joseph Kennedy, he's the father of Johnny and Robbie and Eddie Kennedy. And supposedly that was the cause of their rise and fall, was he was so much luck, but then with that luck, you have to pay for it with everything else. And they mentioned like the magic bullet and stuff, and I'm just it's ridiculous. It's just so far-fetched. The story is not well written. The dialogue's okay, but it just doesn't, the continuity of the storyline and the plot, it just doesn't really piece together. Let's go to the second issue because I can kind of show off. See, the art's okay. Second issue though, I'll show you the really lazy artwork, continuity. There's one more thing I want to show you real quick. At the end of issue 1, he receives this box, and I hope I can pull it up real quick. This mysterious box. This is Rich. As like I said, most of the story's about Rich, but it's supposed to be about Harry, who's on all the covers. He receives this box, right? Okay, and see the size of this box is pretty small. But supposedly, it had this cassette player and this tape, of course. So I'm assuming the tape was in the cassette player, but maybe it was 2 boxes, but they only mentioned 1 box on the first one. So it seems kind of dumb. But they said they were given the cassette player along with this. Anyway, they've also entrusted this person from the museum to help them out, too, to find out more about the bracelet. Her name's Babs Howington or something. I don't know. We'll talk about that a little bit too, because here, look at this panel here. Okay, this guy calls. He says, if you don't do what I'm saying now, Sonny, I'm going to hit you with my stick. Well, it looks more like a trident. But here's the funny part. They use the same panel here. Okay, this is the lazy. Now you just go 1 page over, and it's the exact same panel. Now, let's go a couple more pages. And he uses the exact same panel again. And then right below that, it's the exact same panel again. Oh, okay. I'm losing a little bit here. I'm sorry. But just when you thought it was safe, he uses the exact same panel again. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see if we can find some more discrepancy in this great art, and I know we can. Okay, Rich goes back and finds Babs Hailton. I guess her name is Babs Hailton. But he calls her Miss Hailtoon. All right. Okay. Well, maybe the editor missed that. And he says, and I wasn't going to quibble when helping my brother. Me meant I needed to turn to a strikingly intelligent and beautiful woman. Okay, but no, she looks okay in some of these other panels actually, but that one's kind of funny that it pops up like that. All right, and here she actually looks pretty good. But note, here's the next fun thing. They go to his apartment. She's got her yellow dress on, right? And there's other clothing options here. Like, okay, let's look at this one first real quick. She's got a blouse on there, right? Let's get in there close. She's got a blouse. And he goes over to meet her. Suddenly she's got a sport coat and a different color shirt on. And she's changed her pants too. They're kind of light olive, and here they're kind of more of a green. So that was interesting. But they go on the date. She's wearing the yellow dress. Okay. And then they go back to his apartment. Things happen. They get jumped by this mysterious person that's actually she's the one that gave the bracelet to her. So the next morning, okay, the police are there. They just got jumped. They call the police. Please come over. She suddenly got like a purple dress on. She was at a yellow dress. Now she's got a purple dress. So there's no continuity to this whole thing. And we see it one more time at the end. It's just, the story makes no sense. It's all like coincidence. Oh, Genghis Khan had the bracelet, and that's why he's so powerful. A lot of these people were ambitious in the first place, and they probably would have made it without any bracelet. And to say that all these things were tragedies because of the bracelet's ridiculous. Especially Genghis Khan, he built a whole empire, and then he supposedly they don't really know how he died. I looked it up. They said he died because his horse got spooked by a snake. But here's okay. This guy here is the guy they're chasing. He's supposedly the killer. And Harry's chasing him. But if you see him here, he's wearing a suit and he's got hair. So suddenly comes Mr. Clean. Now look, he's got a tank top and medallions. All right, see that? We turn to the next page. Suddenly he's got a t-shirt on and no medallions. And if you go to the cover, he's got his tank top and no medallions. So it's just horrible. I mean, I don't know how people miss this. And I think it was a scam just to make money off Stan Lee's name. Unfortunately, here's the other funny thing about this too is, okay, listen to the, can you hear that? Nice, soft, nothing. Okay, the third cover. A and B. This thing's like hard as like wood. It's like the hardest it's almost a hardcover. It's so solid. Okay. Anyway, no recommend for this. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're watching it and subscribing and leaving comments. I'm up to like 2 whole subscribers now, so thank you. This is running really long, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was a little bit entertaining. I usually try to get the best comics I can get because there's others that make fun of all the other comics out there. So it's more fun for me to have a good comic. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. This is Indie Comics Jones signing off from the Temple of Tomes. Take care.